Alright folks, welcome back. This is Balatro every day, and today has been a long day. This seed was shared between Ran and Bellybear during the Major League Balatro match. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it's a banger, so I want to play the seed first, and then watch it tonight. As always, you can get the seed from the video description, and when you're ready, I guess it's Gold Stake Checkered Deck. Okay, so hearts or not big enough? Throw away hearts, try to get spades instead, or maybe throw away spades and hearts and then try to get different hearts. Makes sense. On the checker deck, you gotta get the one shot, right? $7. So Sun makes sense if you want to play flushes. Maybe in a multiplayer situation you do want to play flushes. Maybe you want to use the Sun so that you can set up your flush houses, set up your hearts in case you get a bloodstone. We could take a buffoon pack here. In a single player experience, we say maybe no buffoon pack on the checker deck, with the idea being that we can survive relatively easy enough in the next 3 rounds without any jokers. Maybe save our money for the voucher instead. I don't think I'd take the Sun here. I think you could do flushes, but maybe that's something that we decide in the future. Often we will end up on pairs anyway, so maybe let's not spend the money. Let's just not spend money. Ace high flush, I guess. And then ace high flush again. Sorry, this boss is clubs. Okay. Could be a golden joker. Alright, if I'm playing single player, we like golden joker. Do we would rather have the grabber instead? Grabber's kind of like golden joker in the sense that an extra handy each round is an extra dollar each round. Also, that's extra value once you get something like Bus or Grimbo. I think I don't need the popcorn here, but maybe I want to take the popcorn anyway. At the very least, we can one-shot the boss instead of playing 2 hands. We can one-shot the ante too. So yeah, let's go. Golden joker, popcorn, no hand. Go next. So this now ace high flush, that's fine. Okay. Could be a bull plus popcorn plus golden joker. It is perishable. So I think I'm gonna say $6. I don't need to spend $6 here. If we can play flushes, flushes give us chips, and then the popcorn gives us mult. If I get chips from playing a flush, I don't need the bull to give me chips. So let's just go next. Saving our money for the voucher, probably. Here's a spade flush, plus 60 mult should be plenty. And then in the next round, 12 mult. We probably don't win with just 1 flush, unless we draw higher cards. Could be a free reroll here. For sure, could be Arcana first in case we get Hermie. Could be Hermie. Classic. Alright, and then Chad as a rental is not necessary right now. I guess if it wasn't perishable, we could take a rental Chad. I would take a rental Chad if it wasn't perishable. Could be Wrathful Joker here is also perishable, but maybe a replacement for the popcorn. After popcorn goes, we could do Wrathful Joker for a little bit. Now we have money. We have reroll here, we have golden joker, we have interest. So maybe this is fine. I don't think it's necessary. We probably survive without taking this, but maybe it's fine. And then Celestial Pack. This stuff is less inspiring, I guess. Between the 3 of these, maybe the straight is more likely to happen. Maybe we just take the straight flush. Go next. Alright, so here, any kind of spades will one-shot without any trouble. With Wrathful Joker, we score about twice as much. So without Wrathful Joker there, it would be less than 1,200 maybe. All right. Could be Matador. Doesn't work on this boss with the face down cards. Could be Gelato. We could go Spectral Pack first. I guess if I get a Hex, then I'm gonna sell the free reroll. If I get something else, then... So if I sell the free reroll, I want to reroll first. But then we leave the Gelato behind. Are we okay with leaving behind the Gelato? I think that's okay. I think with the ability to play flushes as a source of chips, maybe I don't need the Gelato for chips. So we can hold the Matador, go one more. Could be Banner here, Mercury, Celestial Pack. Let's go Spectral Pack first. There's a blue seal. So now I regret not having the Gelato because now I can't really win with pairs, but maybe that's okay. So first boss was clubs. We could do a blue seal queen, I think is reasonable. And then no banner probably. So Mercury, we can take banner here because it's a rental eternal. If it wasn't eternal, I would take a rental banner. There's Mercury again. And probably we can afford the discard. Alright. So this is a little bit stinky. I guess let's sort by suit. So this is hearts, has to be. We can play the hearts flush. Okay. We don't... We didn't take the banner, which means we could try a pair of sixes. Next pair wins. Let's try to get a pair, I guess. Could be pair of tens. Wins for sure. And then I'm looking for a blue seal. So what's this? If I sort by rank, these are aces. 2 aces of spades. Gotta be. Okay. Presumably no blue seal, and that's okay. Okay. Popcorn's almost done. But we got money and we can reroll. So could be rebate here. We could take Lestoy. Yeah. Celestial Pack. I'm taking rebate. If I'm taking rebate, I'm selling popcorn. I think Lestoy we take. Could be Swashbuckler instead of Wrathful Joker. I guess the benefit of that, so it is a rental, but the benefit of taking this, it makes us safer. The pairs are stronger, the pairs are safer, and then we can get more rebate money. So let's look inside. Be another Mercury card. All right, so we're chilling now. And then this boss discards random cards. Okay, could be a glass 3. Is something you would take in multiplayer, but we don't have to do that. Maybe no lucky 7 here. Maybe a glass 3 is something that I want. Sure. I guess it doesn't hurt me to take it. That's it. It doesn't hurt me to take it. Let's do that. And then go next. All right, rebate on 2s. So we could do a pair of 6s. Which doesn't win. Okay. We can rebate the 2. We can play a pair of kings, which also doesn't win. Next pair wins. We can play ace as a high card, which doesn't win. And then we can discard. Okay. Blue seal in hand, rebate the 2s. That's it. There's another 2. Pair the jacks. And then this boss discards random cards, that's fine. Okay, so 1500 there, and then, so demonstrating here again with the rebate. Because Swashbuckler makes it so that we can win with pairs, then it's much easier to do rebate. Alright, strength to turn, I could turn my queens into kings, I could turn my jacks into queens, I think jacks into queens, maybe. Could be Wrathful Joker now. Could be Buffoon Pack. I don't think I need Wrathful Joker anymore since we're only playing pairs, so we can go one more. No Onyx Agate, no Jupiter card. Celestial Pack has another Mercury card, that's level 6. Buffoon Pack, probably we replace Lustoy. Throwback doesn't do anything for us. Rental Rocket. It becomes profitable after too many rounds, I think. I don't want to pay for that. I'm going to take the throwback here, which is not super strong, but that's okay. It sells for $3. It gives us 3 molt for the Bunkler. And then go next. Rebate on jacks. Okay, so we can start with a pair of 8s. Okay, we can follow up a pair of queens, and then 10s, and then I want to turn jacks into queens, probably. Or it could be 10s into jacks, and then you get more face cards. I have rebate on jacks, so I should turn 10s into jacks. Duh. Let's do that. Alright, the next pair wins. So we rebate the jacks, we look for the kings. Okay, let's go high card 8. How many more jacks in the deck? So high card 8 doesn't do very much here. And then looking for aces or kings. How about aces? That's it? Pair the aces. Cool. One more on the reroll. Okay, Celestial Pack could be Standard Pack first. Maybe I'm supposed to reroll first just in case we get Hallucination. Could be Polychrome 4 goes with my Glass 3, kinda. Maybe we take a Gold Seal 10. Seems reasonable, also works with the rebate here. I don't think I want these Eternals. We already have Eternal Golden Joker. Let's go one more. Could be Supernova. I think no throwback. Yeah, no throwback. I think I'm going to keep the Swashbuckler maybe one more round. Let's go one more. Could be a Tower is good with the rebate. We can go turn the Gold Seal into a rock. Could be good. Could be pick up Business card here instead of the free reroll since the free reroll's done. Maybe. And then here, doesn't matter. Maybe 4 of a kind. That's something that happens sometimes. I think Tower here is fine. I think $6 I'm not going to reroll. I got 2 rentals. I do have a decent amount of ways to make money. But maybe we save money for the next anti-voucher. Rebate on 10s. So I want to play the face cards. Right? I can play a pair of kings. Sure. Okay. The pair of jacks doesn't win. He says somewhat skeptical. I could play instead of the pair of jacks, I could play the full house here. We play more jacks. Okay, I might be able to sell off the Swashbuckler. So, am I keeping this jack? Sure. I can play the kings. I can rebate the 10. Okay. I could play 2 pair kings and jacks here. We might end up losing the blue seal, which maybe I don't want. Business card, I think, is profitable. I think we keep business card. I think Swashbuckler here is maybe unnecessary. Next round's 9,000, so no Swashbuckler. Beans. Play the pair of jacks. That's it. Alright, so we got 2,200. That's fine. Rebate on 7s. That's fine. 63 bucks. Hey, look, it's Ran. But it's a rental as an eternal. This boss has no repeat hand types. We get punished for not leveling up flushes. Bummer. So, Grabber here is fine. Celestial Pack, Arcana. We can reroll first. Could be Drunkard is good with rebate. I am looking for a little bit of points, or maybe the tower is enough. Or maybe Supernova is big enough. Yeah, I think we're fine here. So let's go discard. Let's go Celestial Pack. We can look in here. Could be Mercury, that helps. All right, so we for sure win the next round. We can use Strength here. We can spin the wheel. How much do I care about this Strength? I could do 10s into more jacks from my business card. Is why you're supposed to turn 10s into jacks in the first place. So we could do that. We could do... It's just the 110, or would I rather spin the wheel? I guess we spin the wheel, so... Rebid on 7s. Fine. Then go $6 here. We could probably go one more, but that's it. Rebate on 7s. Okay, so I'm not going to play the aces. I can rebate this 1-7. I can play a pair of kings. Okay. Could be a pair of jacks. I don't think I need the queen. I think we play pairs of jacks here. Saving a discard for the 7. So I can discard the 1-7. I can play the pair of jacks, holding the pair of 4s just in case. This doesn't win. Close. Maybe it's too close. Maybe we go high card 9 here. Maybe we go actually 4 of a kind jacks. Maybe we rebate the 7 first. Is the 4 of a kind too much? 4 of a kind does not get Supernova. Let's discard the 7. Okay. And then play 4 of a kind jacks. Do we want the 4 of a kind levels? Is 4 of a kind jacks what we want to do? We have 7 jacks. We probably shouldn't. So I guess we are giving up on the business card value here. I think is fine. To play just the pair. And we can stone the 10. That's it. Forgot we had an extra hand. Okay, we just used a tower, so let's go Mercury here. Rebate on 9s. Could be a Burger. Burger helps Supernova, but makes rebate worse. I think I like having the discards. I think I like having the rebate. I think against this boss, I'm looking for a source of chips. There was Uranus in the previous shop, but I wasn't paying attention. I didn't pick it up. I think the rock could be useful. Here, probably we don't want a bonus 9. Let's do a little bit of re-rolling. Could be Riff Raff. I don't really have room for Riff Raff. I guess you could drop a business card. You could drop Drunkard. And then you get 1 Joker off the Riff Raff. Let's go 1 more. Could be Shoot the Moon. I don't have that many queens. But it could be helpful. Could be shoot the moon instead of business card. Supernova is on 15 right now. I think we need something, right, to beat this boss. So probably the first thing we give up is the drunkard, and then keep the business card for reroll money. All right. No room for the 8-ball here. Probably we could use justice to make a glass jack. I think is reasonable. So jack of hearts, jack of spades. I don't really have a preference. So let's do that. Go next. All right, we have rebate on 9s, and we care about the blue seal only. That's it. Here's 9s I can discard. I could do pair of 4s. Okay, I could do, there's a rock. I don't want to play these jacks. So we can rebate the 9s. We can play a pair of aces. If I play the rock, it wins. If I play this pair, does that also win? Or it'll be less than 6,000. It'll be less than double. So I can play a pair of aces and then dig for jacks. Nuts. Okay. Mercury I'm not going to use right away. If I get a fool, I can use it on justice, or it could be Hermie instead. Mercury still might be able to beat the boss in just one pair, actually. So Arcana we can reroll first. Could be hologram, could be baseball cards. So I probably want hologram. I maybe don't want baseball card, or maybe we think we keep supernova. Rebate on queen. I guess what's in here? Get a hungman. That makes sense. So it's got some glass 3s. I could do aces and 5s. We can hang them instead of making lucky cards, instead of making bonus cards. Business card, for sure we're taking hologram. The question is, do we also take baseball card here? Maybe baseball card replaces the rebate, or maybe rebate is too strong for us to replace. Let's go one more. Could be Stone Joker here is not great. Could be Seltzer with the glass cards is maybe a replacement for Shoot the Moon. No? Red card would be nice. Red card instead of rebate. I think with Supernova, maybe I don't need red card. Go next. Rebate on queens. So we need to draw queens first. That's the first step. So where are the queens? There's a queen. One queen in hand, we can play a full house. Sure. That's not good. We have a pair of jacks in hand. I can play the pair of jacks, and then I can dig for the glass jack. Is this the appropriate number of queens? We have only one more queen in the deck. We might as well ship it. Okay, and then now we're looking for pretty much anything here. We can play high card. We can play 2 pair. We can play this flush. And then that's it, I guess. Jupiter is not necessary. 2 standard packs. Take clearance sale first. This boss previously played as debuffed. Okay, gold seal we take. Rebate on 9s. Could be a purple jack is pretty sweet. Go next. Oh, maybe I wanted this. Maybe I wanted the standard tag for the hologram. Rebet on 9s. Let's go pair of 5s with a rock. Maybe we don't play the pairs. We could do high card ace. Rebet on 9. We could do 2 pair. Okay. We could do 2 pair again. I'm not thinking about the boss too much because I think it's not going to matter. I can discard the jack and the 9s. Done. Okay. And then what kind of pairs can we get? So we have a pair of jacks. We don't need the sun. We maybe don't want the sun. I guess I could turn my jacks into hearts and then do a flush 5. 54 cards in the deck. Probably we just don't need the sun. Play the pair of jacks. That's it. Cool. Okay, standard pack for the hologram. Could be, I have a gold seal 5, maybe I want to take an extra 5 instead of a lucky 8. Rebate on jacks. So Arcana we can reroll first. Come around, shoot the moon. I don't need riffraff here. Let's go one more. There's a gelato. Do we drop shoot the moon? Since it's perishable anyway. And then we just have supernova plus hologram. That should get the job done. Yeah, that's a little bit more consistent, a little bit more reliable, I guess. So, for Arcana, there's a hungman, there's a death card. So if I wanted to, I could make a steel queen, and then we can copy the Zoolander. I like that idea. So, steel queen here, and then we use death instead of the hungman. Sure. 7 becomes a queen, I guess. I should have used the Mercury card first. We're gonna get punished if there's a fool. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be real sad. No shoot the moon. Perishable anyway. Let's go next. Rebate on jacks. So 9s as a pair. Okay. I could do high card here, I guess. Could be a pair of aces. The next pair wins. We can discard the jacks. Okay. Maybe I'm trying to get a pair of 5s. Maybe. There's a pair of 5s, so I could play high card here and then try to discard jacks. There's one jack. Not a bad jack. Alright, the world is not important. But I guess if we wanted to, we could do 2 jacks and a 5. Maybe. Play the 5s. That's it. I forgot to make room for the second planet card. Sorry, I was distracted by the door. Tables at the door. Oh well. Alright. Standard pack. Let's go pick up a fancy king instead of a jack. I guess now that we have the higher pair levels, now the steel cards actually matter. So let's lean into that. Could be pick up Michelle here instead of the gelato. Definitely the gelato doesn't matter that much. So maybe could be Michelle. Could be ramen instead. I think I don't want to do ramen. I think I want to use my discards for rebate and then also for the blue seal value. You could take a strength card. Oh. Did that... Did that happen during the match? So I guess... I mean, we for sure don't need the banana. This fool could have been a death card if we had played it right. Oh. So... Okay. In that case, we turn all the jacks into queens. Rebate on 3s. Go one more. And that's it. Rebate on 3s. Okay, so... I can start with a pair of 9s. How many 3s do I have? I got a decent amount of 3s. So... discard the 3s. This is bad. I guess my 3s are debuffed anyway, so we're not going to get the 3s. What I don't like to see is I don't want the steel cards in hand. Because then I'm going to score too many points, but maybe if we already drew the hand, maybe it's fine. So there's some queens. I think I want to save a discard for my purple jack. Is that true? Is this pair too spicy? Medium spicy. There's the purple jack. So we can do strength here on the jacks and then start making queens, I guess. That's it. In the wheel? Or fine. Never lucky anyway. Okay. I have 7 queens, I have 6 jacks. I now have more queens than I have jacks. Okay, but I have 56 cards in the deck because we're doing hologram. Okay. This boss is base, chips and multi-tab, we got Hermie. So, liquidation, Hermie, standard packs. Could be purple 9 instead of blue 8. I think I want purple, yes. Even though maybe it's round 15, maybe it's too late for that. Maybe instead of the glass 7, we take a 10, which can turn into a jack. Ramen here, no. Uranus, no. Hiker, no. Could be a trading card. This boss says base, chips, and multi-tab. Rebate on queens. Base, chips, and molt means you want supernova. So let's sell supernova. Mercury, go next. All right. So start with a pair of 5s. Okay. Oops. We could do a pair of 6s. Now steel cards in hand. So queen we keep. I think kings I want to discard. I think I snap off the 3 probably. I guess it doesn't matter. I am trying to get one more king. Okay. We could try high card, saving discards for purple seals. So there's a queen that we can rebate, I guess. And then that's it. So here's 4 king. There we go. Cool. Alright, I'll be right back. I should open the door for Fable. Alright, welcome back. Fable's rolling around on the floor instead of jumping on my lap. Alright, let's go Mars, I guess. And then, I guess duo is maybe something you might take if you were concerned about this particular boss, and maybe I am, but maybe with hologram will be okay. So, looking here. Could be a king, is fine. Could be a Mars card here. I can use Hierophant on some kings, I guess, or queens. Maybe I should turn the queens into kings instead of turning the jacks into queens. Maybe. No duo. Go one more. Could be extra hand size. We just got too many Eternal Jokers. Rebate on 8s. So I can snap off the 2. I can play the 3s first. Play the pair without winning. Okay. I can rebate the 8s. I can snap off the ace first. So rebate on 8s could be... I think we're going for the queens here. I only have 3 queens in the deck. I guess we could do queens and kings. This works. Let's play the 9s. Okay, and then there's the queens. So I can discard the purple, or do we just want the blue seal value? And I think I just want the blue seal value. There's a chance we draw the gold seal, but it's fine. Let's go Hyro on the queens of hearts. Probably doesn't matter. Just ship it. Okay. 2-7 on the hologram. Okay. Celestial Pack looking for Mars again. There's Mars. Could be Venus. Probably doesn't matter. Standard pack. We've been hitting a lot of standard packs. That's kind of lucky. Could be another queen. Could be business card instead of rebate on 4s. Ah, that's fine. Blackboard is fine. Star, no. Could be shoot the moon again. I guess we just don't need this. Let's go next. Rebate on 4s. So I probably want to hit the kings here. Let's go play the pair of jacks. And then of course doesn't score very many points, and that's okay. We can play the queens as a pair, and it won't win. Okay, and then we can play the pair of 5s, and then discard for the kings. Okay, so snap off the ace, rebate the 4s, keeping the queen in hand. Okay. So if we don't draw a king, we still survive. It's fine. Okay, so we can play a pair of kings with the steel card in hand. Or is it better with True Belay to just play it? I think keeping it in hand is better. And then we have the extra steel cards. That's it. I guess we can use Mercury here. Okay, level 18 on the pairs. This boss has plainly one hand. That's rude. Let's go Emperor before Spectral Pack. There's a Fool. Hologram, take another queen. A lot of queens. So Spectral first, reroll first. Mars. Hex, we cannot. Incantation for hologram, maybe. But then it makes the 4 of a kind way harder. Maybe I'm okay with that. 5s, now we have 7 of them. Interesting. Go one more. Could be... Idol is probably not the move. Bloodstone is Not the move. Ah, 2 perishables. Let's go next. Rebate on 4s. So we probably want to play queens. That's like the safest thing to do. We can play a pair of 7s. Okay, we can play maybe high card king here. I could play the pair of 3s. Maybe the pair of 3s is too strong. I can snap off the 7. That's my last 7. Maybe discard these, or we have 4s in the deck. Discard. So that's the last 4. That's okay. I could play the glass jack here. Maybe it has a chance of breaking. We could do 2 lucky queens. I think I want to hold the fool, and if I want to hold the fool, then I might as well just play the 4 of a kind now instead of digging. Okay. We've got 2 more 7s in the deck, 1 more ace, rebate on 9s. Alright. Buffoon pack. No castle, no tribe. That's it. Arcana could be strength. Fool for strength is not bad. Probably we do fool for strength. Probably we do jacks into queens. Probably glass jack into queens. With the other strength, I guess 8 into 9 is not unreasonable. And then maybe 2 into 3. Or am I trying to turn my queens into kings? Do that. Alright, go next. So we can play the 5s as a pair. Okay. I want to turn jacks into queens, but I don't necessarily have to do these jacks. I have a 9 here. I might play the pair of kings. Let's go kings and jacks as 2 pair we can play, throwing away a 3. Okay. I think I snap off a 10, that's fine. We can rebate the 9s, we can keep the jack. Alright, Hermie here's fine. Kings, we can't play them. I would like to get 1 more jack. Okay. Lucky 10 is not what I want. Do I use the strength here? I think I do use strength here. I think we have enough money. We can get more tarot cards. It's fine. Maybe I shouldn't have thrown away the first set of jacks. Okay. Okay, Hyro, let's go standard pack first. Could be another 10, could be a gold seal 3. I guess I'm light on 10s, maybe I have more 3s. Retro pack, we can reroll for tarot cards first. Driver's license, no. There's strength again. Okay. I think we saved that for the boss round. There's an Ankh. We can't do it, but we can use Grim for the hologram. Now we got more aces. Strength upstairs. Let's go 1 more. There's a Chad. So I guess the rebate is done. That's it. So I guess this 3 is not happening. Or maybe the kings are not happening, or maybe I want to turn the queens into kings. I got the red seal king. It feels bad not being able to use the red seal. We can make it work later. Let's snap off the 3. All right. Okay, I have jacks I can turn into queens. I can keep the gold seal if I want, I guess. So here's jacks into queens. And then play the 4 of a kind with the rock. 60 cards in the deck. 60 cards is too many cards. But we got 12 queens. Alright. So ×5 on the hologram, there's a sun. This boss is extra large. Well, that's not that bad. So I guess we take the magic trick for the hologram and then hope for the best. Go one more. Could be Priestess, Mercury. Let's go Arcana first in case we get a Fool. No Fool, but we get Justice. So I think the blue Seal Queen we can make into glass. And then that way we don't play it. We don't need the Sun. Priestess, there's 4 of a kind. Go one more. 2 tarot cards. So here, this doesn't matter. One more. There's a 6. Okay. I can snap off an ace. That's fine. I can play 10 as a high card, keeping the 5 in case we get the gold seal. Okay, I could do gold seal with the rock. I'm trying to play queens. Okay, 5s and 3s, throwing away this king. Maybe I'm supposed to keep a 5, maybe just play the pair of queens. Discard purple. There's a hung man, so ace and 4 we can hang him. Or maybe ace and 7 we can hang him. Dig for those queens. Okay. High card, king doesn't win. And we can finish with the 4 of a kind. Alright, we got a hung man upstairs. Let's look for a fool so we can copy. We're down to 58 cards. There's an Arcana pack. We could reroll first. Could be a magician. No hung man. We get a death card. Lucky queen, lucky 5, that seems fine. Make another queen also seems fine. We're up to 13 queens. Go one more. There's Ran. Okay. So Mercury's okay. Mars is okay. Go next. Snap off the 9 instead of the 5, I guess. So could be Hermie. That's my only other purple seal. World doesn't matter. All right. That's it. Let's draw the blue seal. Bunch of 5s, sure. 525 on the hologram. King high. Pair the 5s. We don't need this many queens. Never lucky. The 4 of a kind is better than the 5 of a kind. Even with the extra ×2. Okay. 450 chips already on the 4 of a kind. Could be a death card for the glass queen. There's a king or a purple 10. I guess we have the red seal king. Maybe the king is in play. Looking for a fool. No fool, but we get temperance for $9. Could be chariot here. I could use death and then reroll for another death, maybe. That seems unlikely. Maybe I want to use death on the red seal king instead of the glass queen. Maybe a strength card would be really cool. In the wheel? Nah, bummer. So, could be a photograph, I guess. No? Not enough room? Foil hologram. Okay. Could be... maybe I'm supposed to take the sun. I missed the 2, that's okay. There's a 9 and a jack. That's it, go next. Alright. So... there you go. Old seal 5. And could be jack as a high card. Save my discards for the purple seals. Could be... that's a lot of kings. I think it's not going to be kings. I think since we have the glass queen, we do that. There's the glass queen. So these kings and this queen. 3 of a kind we don't want to play. I don't need this many queens. I can play high card here. And then that's it. So purple here. Holding death. I guess use death first, and then the purple seal has a chance of giving us another death card or a fool. Could be a chariot instead. Could be discard this purple. And then get temperance. So steal here. And then that's it. Basically we draw 2/3 of the deck. That's leaving a lot of cards left in the deck. Oh well. Level 14, 4 of a kind, 6/5 on the hologram. Ship it. Okay. That was alright. Like I said, I pulled this seed from... it was advertised to me. It was a crazy match. Crazy match between Ran and Belly Bear. And so I'm going to watch it back later. I imagine if you're in a multiplayer scenario, maybe you play it slightly differently. Maybe you don't take Eternal Golden Joker in the first shot. Maybe you don't take Eternal Trading Card. Maybe. Maybe in a multiplayer setting when Triboulet shows up, then that's game changing. I guess it kind of was for us. The thing about Triboulet is ×2 on every king and queen. That's a lot. That's a huge difference. If you play a full house kings and queens, that's kind of difficult. Let's say you play 2 pair kings and queens. That's already ×16. So if you have starting at 2 mult, then ×16 takes you up to 32, right? If you're on 4, then that takes you up to 64. So if you play a level 2 pair, then just Triboulet on its own is +60 mult. That's more than a fully leveled up bust. That's more than a fully leveled up supernova or whatever. So in like a gold stake context, or sometimes we're doing the gold stake speed runs, once Triboulet shows up, then it kind of eclipses everything else that you're doing. Even if we had, like, let's say photograph plus the Chad, and then that's a ×8 combination on the pair, maybe, then this is ×16 on its own, right? It is potentially challenging to get kings and queens in the same hand. So kind of the easy way to do that is you do the 4 of a kind. You turn your queens into kings, and then that allows you to consolidate. Maybe you do kings and queens as a full house is a little bit harder. Maybe you do the 2 pair kings and queens, I think is actually somewhat reasonable, even with relatively low level 2 pair. What's nice about the 2-pair, what's nice about the 4 of a kind instead of the 5 of a kind, makes the blue seals a little bit easier. Of course, the top end scoring potential is a little bit more difficult. So there is, is a little bit more powerful. If you have a 5th card, that's another ×2. Usually the 4 of a kind, you can pick up 4 of a kind levels in Ante 1. You can pick 4 of a kind levels as you go along. So you're leveling up pairs, but then you get these random 4 of a kind levels, and that allows you to later on, if you get a weird boss that maybe says, okay, you can't play too many pairs, well then you have that 4 of a kind built up as a backup for later, a pivot hand for later, potentially. You can't really do that with the secret hand, so flush 5 and 5 of a kind. You have to play it first in order to unlock it, and then once you unlock it, then you can start leveling it. And there's not that much that you can do as far as leveling it. It is awkward when you unlock the secret hands, then there's more different planet cards now competing. So you open those celestial packs, and instead of it being like 1 in 9 chance you get the one that you're looking for, now it's 1 in 10 or 1 in 11, which is maybe not that big a difference, but it is a difference. It's a little bit of a difference. Of course, the blue seals allow you to completely ignore that drawback. And as long as you're able to play the hand, as long as you're able to score the hand, then it wins. If you're doing hologram with 4 of a kind is a little bit dubious. It's a little bit harder. So what's going to make that easier? Extra hand, extra discard, and then once we have 10 out of maybe 60, maybe that feels relatively comfortable. Another advantage of the 4 of a kind compared to the 5 of a kind or the full houses. Let's say you don't draw a 4 of a kind. What does not 4 of a kind look like? Not 4 of a kind looks like you have 3 cards. So we've got 3 kings, and then the rest are non-kings. So you can still select and discard 5 cards at a time. You can still redraw 5 cards at a time, as opposed to if you're going for a flush. If you're going for a flush, maybe you're holding on to 4 cards, and I'm trying to find that last club. So I have to discard only 4 at a time, right? So here with the 4 of a kind, okay, I'm holding 3 kings, discard everything, discard 5 at a time. It gives me a better chance of completing the 4 of a kind. Or once you have the blue seal in hand, then that's kind of like -1 hand size. I put the blue seals and I put the glass on the queens because if I get death, those are the cards that I want to be able to copy in the future. And then the glass, you don't use it until you need it. And then the blue seals, you keep them in hand. Most of the time you don't play them, but in an emergency you can. Maybe. But even with hologram, even with 60 cards in the deck, not impossible to do the 4 of a kind, just difficult. Take care, everyone.